trying and it gets you down, don't let it. Take it from me, man, I've been around, don't sweat it. It's all better when you go for yours. If I want something, I'ma go get it. At first it be all struggle, then it's all credit. See, back in the day, getting on was mad hectic. Looking for my start in hip-hop like Cedar and Sedgwick. I knew I loved music, ideas sparked the fuse lit. I had talent and knew it, but had yet to prove.
He scored more goals than points than any other U.S.-born hockey player in the NHL. He went to the Stanley Cup Championship twice. And with the Dallas Stars, he won it in 1999. He played 21 years in the NHL, 20 of them with the Dallas Stars. Today, Mike Modano calls it a career. DonnieSport TV, Mike Modano hangs up his skates and reflects back at a 21-year hockey career. Mike Modano retires today on DonnieSport TV.
Good afternoon. I do think it's appropriate that there's a large collection of 40-year-old women screaming in the ballroom next door. That's how we roll, isn't it? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Mike Modano Retirement Press Conference. It's a special day. We're here to celebrate the career of a National Hockey League treasure, an American hockey icon, and the Dallas Stars franchise's cornerstone. Number 9, Mike Modano. First, the resume. Mike played 22 seasons in the NHL, 21 of them with this franchise, 17 of those in Dallas. He holds 15 of the franchise's primary records, including most games played, most goals, most assists, and most points. He stuck 30 or more goals 9 times, 20 or more 16 times. Mike had 12 70-point seasons and 2 90-point campaigns. And it is a fair statement to say that over the years, Mike traded individual points for team success. He was named to 8 NHL All-Star teams and was the team captain in 2003. He proudly wore the red, white, and blue on the ice in the international stage in 3 World Championships, the 1991 Canada Cup, 2 World Cup of Hockey tournaments where he was part of the 1996 USA Championship winning team. He participated in 3 Olympics and has a silver medal from the 2002 Olympic Winter Games. He played in 3 Stanley Cup finals with the Stars and was a huge part of the Stars' 1999 Stanley Cup Championship team. He is the highest scoring American-born player in National Hockey League history. These numbers and achievements will stay etched in media guides and NHL publications for years to come. But it is not just his play on the ice that we're celebrating here today. It is his many contributions to the game, this league, and this franchise that cannot be quantified in print. It has been my great fortune to be around Mike for almost every shift of his career. But to appreciate his contributions fully, I have to take you back to Minnesota in the late 1980s. The franchise had historically had its troubles and its share of bad luck. Following a Stanley Cup Finals loss to the New York Islanders in 1981, the North Stars started to slide. And even in the state of hockey, the fan base grew restless. But poor performance brings opportunity. And in 1988, it brought the first overall draft pick. It was not a no-brainer. But then Stars GM Lou Nanne made the choice to draft not only who he thought was the best player, but who would be the most dynamic talent to pump life into the franchise and reinvigorate the apathetic fan base. Mike Modano was drafted to save a franchise. As it turns out, he built one and put Texas center stage on the world hockey map. Norman Green brought us all here in the summer of 1993. The Dallas Cowboys were all the rage. The Mavericks and Rangers, despite their struggles, were deeply ensconced in the sports landscape. We were a novelty item, and there were more than a few naysayers. But we had Mike. On the ice, he was dynamic, a marquee headliner capable of jerking fans right out of their seats. And he did that, scoring 50 goals and a still Dallas record 93 points that first season. He was front and center on posters and billboards, on mailers, on television sets. The good-looking All-American kid grabbed this market by the throat and begged them to follow us. And they did. Tom Hicks put his considerable resources behind the team. More pieces were added until the Stars became a perennial Western power. But despite all those great players, many of them are here today, it was Mike who everybody always wanted to see and get close to. He signed every autograph request, smiled for every photo, and showed up at all places required. And believe me when I tell you, because I was there for a lot of it, a lot of them were not easy or convenient or in front of lots of people. Left us wondering sometimes if it was worth it, if we were making an impact. But we were, because he was. Everywhere Mike went, people turned their heads. He was a rock star here, and still is. Heavy is the head that wears the crown, but he wore it with an easy smile, an eager laugh, and great panache. We cannot quantify Mike's contribution to hockey in Dallas. It is beyond significant. We cannot overstate Mike's impact on the NHL's expansion in the South. It's beyond what anyone had ever imagined. And it is not a stretch to say that Mike Modano built the American Airlines Center. I'm humbled to be here today and proud to call him my friend. Mike Modano, it's been an incredible career. Razor so eloquently put it, everybody who's seen Mike, that's the image they have. That jersey flapping in the breeze, those full out, on-charging rushes down the ice, hair flapping, if it's the right length, under the helmet. And we think he ought to have that jersey again. Stars General Manager Joe Nieuwendyk has offered Mike an opportunity that he graciously accepted. At this time, Joe Nieuwendyk will come up, present Mike Modano with an NHL contract and his number 9 jersey. Joe.
It makes me want to do that dance.
There. Gotta get looking right. Pardon? I think they're all in their 40s. Maybe we can go over afterward and say hello.
Yeah. A long time ago, we would have. Thanks, Ralph. Joe, Rob, Shickley, Joe Nieuwendyk for helping put this all together. I think it was unique getting a call from Joe and asking me if I wanted to make an announcement of this sort and making it official as retiring as a Dallas Star. Thought I'd get to see the first sentence. Looks easy on paper. But it's, you wonder what this day would be like, and it does feel pretty overwhelming, and the people you seem to touch along the way and the people you meet. And of course, the career is pretty amazing. But I look back at 21 years and with one franchise, and I think that's what made me most proud of anything. Fans in Minnesota and Dallas have been phenomenal. I can't thank them enough. Their support and their love for the game. People along the way that truly touched me and made me what I am as a player and person. First is Lou Danny. As a kid, just at 18, just being believed in and drafted as an 18-year-old American. Certainly beyond my dreams. Being the second American ever taken first overall in the draft. And a very stylish mullet. The owners in Minnesota, George and Gordon Gunn, well, moved on to San Jose. My teammates in Minnesota, Neil Broughton, Larry Murphy, Mike Gardner, Ryan Bellows, Dennis Maruk. First year there, he gave me his number 9 jersey. Stu Gavin, my first roommate for 3 years. He didn't quite know what he was getting into. Taught me a lot what it took to be a pro, act like one. And again, lastly, the fans in Minnesota. But next was Dallas. Now, list could be a mile long as well. Kelly and Norm Green. Had the vision of moving the team to Dallas, Texas. We heard that in Minnesota, and we kind of cringed. We didn't know what to expect in Texas, and certainly we didn't want to move from Minnesota where we thought hockey was, and it is, the heartbeat of American hockey. But it was gutsy. We knew people in Dallas didn't know much about hockey. But I felt honored to be one of those original Dallas Stars and watch hockey grow in the state of Texas. Beyond belief. It's just something we never thought, I think when we first came down here, that it would have never turned into something like this. But it simply is great to see Cinda and Tom Hicks for their dedication and commitment to excellence. An open-ended checkbook, and thank him for a lot of great contracts I've had. They made me definitely feel like part of their family. Wish you could have watched me play when I was 28, 27. Stood by me through thick and thin, and I think the best of our life has yet to come. My friends here in Dallas, people who kept my life pretty much in order off the ice. Monica Long, I think she's here somewhere. Organized my life pretty much for 10 years. I think anybody who's played with me here knows who Cheryl and Alex Lilly are. I pretty much ran the show for 18 years here. David Kelvin. Charlie McKinney. Tim Pennington. Tons more guys that are here. Came to be here today. Thank you all for coming. Finally, my mom and dad. Thanks for all you did. Those long van rides. 6 a.m. practices. Your love and support, your sacrifices you made to give me a life of hockey. think that's it. Thanks, everybody. You've all meant a lot to my life and my career and on and off the ice. I couldn't have drawn this up any better, any more ending than to be here in Dallas, where home is. Thanks.
Now, before you and I go next door,
Hold on. And Jimmy Light. I forgot.
Jimmy Light.
I've had him all the whole time, but thanks, Jimmy.
The contract that Mike signed today is an actual National Hockey League contract, symbolically in the amount of $999,999, in honor of Mike's number 9. Mike will be officially submitting his retirement paperwork with the National Hockey League today, so he can officially retire as a Dallas Star. He will, however, be appearing October 2nd in the Dallas Stars alumni game. So you'll be able to see Mike Modano on the ice again if you're a season ticket holder. Special season ticket holder event. So please come out and see that along with some of the other guys that are in the room today. We have some great players, not just the 99 guys from all throughout. So it'll be great. Mike, would you like to take a couple questions? Sorry. Yeah, okay.
Some parts are just, it's a natural reaction to a stick on you to fall and embellish a little. But I think they've done a good job of getting rid of a lot of the diving, but it's still there. But for a while, it was ridiculous. It was embarrassing.
That's all I need, Brett. Thanks, Brett. Go ahead, Jamie.
Expect to see as many tears as you saw?
Yes.
Did you?
Absolutely. It's a hard day. It's something. He's not retiring from the NHL. He's retiring from what he's done his whole life. It's very hard to do, and I know firsthand because I had to do it. And it's you start playing at 4 or 5 years old, and all of a sudden now you're 40 years old, and it's all you've done your whole life, and now you're saying goodbye to it.
Just sort of summarize what he meant to North Texas, brought to North Texas.
North Texas, all of the United States. He was an ambassador for the game. He made the game grow. He's made the NHL better. He's meant, along with a number of other great American players, he's meant the world to the game. And you look at some of the kids that have been drafted right out of Dallas here. It's all because of him.
He talked about what it meant to be able to play with you. What did it mean to you to be able to play alongside him?
Everything. It was. It's like I told someone earlier, you don't get a full appreciation for his talents playing against him because you're so worried about your own team and your line mates and what you're doing. But when I came to Dallas and got to play alongside of him, it was a joy. And his talents just went tenfold as to what you thought you saw against him. When you play alongside of him, he was... And he's a much better person than he ever was a hockey player.
Great closure for Mike, and it's important for our franchise that he retires as a Star and as a part of our organization, and he will be in whatever capacity going forward. But it was just a great day.
What are your favorite memories, Modano?
Well, think like everybody, just the fluid motion that he played with. For a big man, it was kind of unheard of, and he set the benchmark that way. But you know, I just marveled at the things that he did on the ice. And for me, coming here in '95, I was so excited because I got to play behind such a tremendous player, and it certainly made me a better player. I wanted to push hard to help him succeed, and our team just gelled together, and he was our lead horse. He knew it, and it was just one of those experiences over, like he said, 21 years. You have moments in your career where you really will have memories forever, and that time period for us is one of them. Thank you.
Joe Nieuwendyk, DonnieSport 17 Network. I got one question for you, and Mike Modano played 21 years, and you played a good long while yourself.
Yeah.
So durability in the NHL means plenty. What do you contribute your the credit to your durability and Mike Modano's durability?
Well, I think both of us, we weren't the most physical players, but I think you learn to be smarter about your body as you went on in years, and Mike was probably no different. He was able to always stay in great shape, and but I think that as you get older, it's more about injury prevention, and he's such a unique athlete that he's always maintained that level of fitness, so it was never a problem for him.
Right. Good luck in the upcoming season, and I'll see you down the road. Special edition of DonnieSport TV, Mike Modano hangs up his skates. By the way, if you want to keep up with what goes on with the Dallas Stars anytime you want, log on to my website at www.donniesport.com and click on the Dallas Stars icon on the links page. More great stuff coming right here. Keep it here on the DonnieSport 17 Network.
If I want something, I'ma go get it. At first it be all struggle, then it's all credit. See, back in the day, getting on was mad hectic. Looking for my start in hip-hop like Cedar and Sedgwick. I knew I loved music, ideas sparked the fuse lit. I had talent and knew it, but had yet to prove it.